Then what we'll do is after I get the cylinder off, I will look at the inside of the cylinder for scoring or for any signs of damage, and I will look at the piston for any signs of blow-by. You should have no dark marks past the piston rings going down on the piston itself. Alright, the explosion takes place in the combustion chamber on the top of the piston, and the rings are supposed to seal any flame or explosion or blow-by, and not let it go down into past the rings, the 2 rings that are here, or 3 rings, or whatever you have. But everything's looking good as far as my experiment. I'll go and get some more of this. It's like $2, and I'll cut another one and I'll put it back on. And one other thing I've done with this, I'll give you a hint, a tip of the day on this too. I used to take red or blue Loctite to hold the nuts down, castle nuts, but I don't do it because when you go and try and take these the nuts off, sometimes the nuts will stay on, but the stud will turn, and it'll turn from the bottom, which is not good at all. So now what I do is I don't put any thread locker on them at all. I tighten my bolts where I want them, and then I use the castle nuts, which are right there, and you torque those on top of the regular nuts, which are right there, to hold it in place. And that's really worked well. So my doweling system, my big copper head gasket has worked really well. Now they say you should replace these every time, and you should, but this one I'm not going to replace it because I'm not it fits perfect, so I'm not going to replace it. Anyway, things are working well so far. I'll have to replace there is just a hell of a lot of work to do here. And then what I'm going to do is, since it is 2012 and everyone thinks that the world is going to end, which I don't know if it will, but according to the Mayan calendar, or the Mayan calendar, with their long count arithmetic, there's supposed to be a huge change in the world in November, I believe, 2012. It won't matter. If it happens, it really isn't going to matter if it's 2 or 3 days off or a week off. So every day I'm going to look in the news, and I'm going to make a kind of my commentary on what I think's going on, unbiased, of course. And maybe, you know, in the future, people can look at it. I wish I would have done that when we went from 1999 to 2000, because I was up all night thinking that everything was going to crash, and you know, nothing happened. But it'd be interesting to just put it on film and see, you know, see what may or may not happen.